Hey everyone, Aquaman here with Water Wisdom, sponsored by waterfilters.net. Today's video, we're installing the Puro Twist 4000 reverse osmosis system. Here it is in its box, and I want to show you the contents. For starters, of course, you have your installation and service guide, a variety of water lines already provided. This is polyethylene tubing. And of course, we've got the RO storage tank in here. Just your standard little 3.2 gallon tank, little water storage tank. And then we've got the heart of the system. Here we've got some, let's see, this is the manifold. So this is the valve heads and the ASO valve and the mounting bracket, and then of course the filters will be attached to these valve heads. And then over here, lastly, we have the filters and a variety of hardware. So we've got our faucet, and we've got our drain saddle, and we've got our cold water tap, and anything necessary for the installation. And then of course we have the filter cartridges. And this system has 4, including a membrane. And we're going to install it here today, one step at a time. The first step to installing your reverse osmosis system is locating the reverse osmosis drinking water faucet. Now, in this situation, the homeowner already had this nice matching drinking water faucet already installed in their sink situation here. Now, if you don't already have one installed, obviously you're going to need to install one. And it's really a simple process. You drill a hole, or you use one of the existing holes. For example, in some cases, there will be a soap dispenser. Now this one there actually is a soap dispenser, but in many cases there's a hole with a cap on it that can be simply used for the faucet instead of being used for the sprayer or the soap dispenser. Now this faucet is an air gap faucet, and you can see there are multiple connections on the bottom of this. So you would need about a 1-inch diameter or maybe 7/8 inch diameter hole, and of course the instructions detail all of this for you. The next step is installing the drain saddle. All reverse osmosis systems produce what they call brine or reject water. It's water that goes down the drain and contains the contaminants. Here is the drain saddle. You can see that this mechanism is going to strap around this drain. Now the process is really simple. We'll drill a 1/4 inch hole, and then we'll use this rubber seal in here on the drain saddle, and then we'll tighten down these bolts, and then lastly we'll attach the drain line to this compression fitting. Okay, next I'm going to apply this rubber gasket seal to the inside of the drain saddle. So I'll remove this sticky backing and then apply the gasket seal to the inside of the drain saddle. Next, I'm going to attach the drain saddle to the drain pipe using these bolts and these supplied nuts. Now, I purposely selected to aim the compression fitting toward the back because I want to run my water lines from behind into the drain line. So, start by doing that. Get these nuts attached. You don't want to over tighten one side or the other. You want them to be even. And I'm feeling with my finger this gap so that I don't go too far on one side or the other. The next thing we'll do is drill the hole using this compression fitting hole as a guide for the bit. Okay, I've got my drill and my 1/4 inch drill bit, and now I've removed the compression thread fitting, and I'm using the hole on the back of this drain saddle as a guide for the bit. Guide my bit in, and that's it. Now that I've got the hole drilled, I'm going to put this compression fitting back on But I'm not attaching the drain water line at this time. I want to install the other components, and then I'll attach the drain line and the other lines all at the same time. Next, we're going to install the PuroTwist 4000 manifold. The manifold is this part of the system that contains these valve heads. That's where the cartridges screw into, and it is super easy. Just twist it into place, and you're done. And when you change cartridges, unscrew it and screw the new one back into place, throw the whole thing away. It's a beautiful thing. Super easy. Now, what's nice about these systems is that even though these are proprietary cartridges, and by proprietary we mean you need to use these exact cartridges for this system, even though they're proprietary, they're available in a variety of places. So super convenient, quick change cartridges, but the convenience of being able to get them a number of places, but we hope you get them at waterfilters.net. So we're ready to install the manifold, and we're going to put it inside the cabinet and determine where we want to drill for our screws. So we need to have a filter attached for the height, and we're going to test it inside the cabinet. We want some space below the filters so that we can unscrew them and allow them to drop down out of place for easy removal and replacement. So this looks just about right, and I've got a pencil here. I'm going to mark these holes, and we're good. Now I'll drill the holes. I've got my 1/8 inch drill bit and the provided screws for mounting the manifold. I've marked my holes, and so now I'm going to just drill some tap holes. And now I'll mount the bracket. Okay, so I've changed out my bit to a Phillips, and I've got the mounting screws. I'm going to mount those into the holes that I drilled. I don't want to go too far in, so I'm going to hang the bracket on them. And then I'll grab the bracket here. And hang it. And then tighten down the screws. And there's the other. Next, we're going to talk about the self-piercing saddle valve. This little mechanism is a self-piercing saddle valve. It is a thing of beauty for the non-plumber type because you can tap into your cold water line without having to mess around with plumbing connections. So we're ready to install the saddle valve on the cold water line. Here's the cold water line. Strap the saddle valve on there, and then tighten down. And it's a bit of a process, have to be patient, make sure everything centers on there, and then we crank it down with the 3/8 inch wrench. And we really want to crank it down. We want to seat the gasket properly. And we're good. Then we'll attach the cold water line that supplies the RO system to this compression fitting. Then when we're ready, we turn this handle which sends the pierce, drives the pierce into the water line, creates a hole, and then when we back it out, the water is released through that hole and it will feed the system through this outlet right here. And then going forward, this handle will serve as an on-off valve.